Long tales for dark nights.
The following performance is a first-round entry in the 2017 Evil Idol voice acting competition. Voting is simple. Following the performance, simply click the thumbs up icon on this video if you'd like them to become a member of the team, or the thumbs down if you'd rather they not. Voting on this entry will conclude 1 week after the date of its posting. Good luck to all of our contestants.
The old man cooked and ate the rabbit and gave the bones to his dogs. He then leaned back in his chair and watched as the moon rose up big and full. The wind whistled around the cabin. Just as the old man was about to doze off, a most curious creature crept through a crack between the logs and the wall. It had a big, long, furry tail. As soon as the old man saw the varmint, he reached for his hatchet, and with one lick, he cut its tail off. Before the man could raise his hatchet a second time, the creature slipped out through the crack and ran away. The old man was still hungry, so he took that big, long tail, cooked it, and ate it. After that, he stuffed up the crack in the wall and went to bed. His stomach was full, and he felt so warm and snug that before he knew it, he was asleep. The old man hadn't been asleep very long when he woke up. Something was climbing up the side of his cabin, and it sounded like a cat. Scratch, scratch, scratch. "Who's that?" the old man asked. He lay still and listened, and after a while, he heard a voice say, "Tailypo, Tailypo, all I want is my Tailypo." The old man began to shiver and shake. He then remembered his dogs. He went to the door and called, "Here, here, here!" The dogs came piling out from under the porch, and with their noses to the ground, they chased the creature into the deep, big woods. The old man then went back to sleep. In the middle of the night, he woke up again. Now, he heard something trying to get in right above his cabin door. "Who's that?" he called. He listened, and he could hear it going, "Scratch, scratch, scratch, scratch." He then heard the voice say, "Tailypo, Tailypo, I'm coming to get my Tailypo." The old man was so scared he couldn't stand up, so he called his dogs from his bed. "Uno, I know, contigo, Calico, here, here, here." And the dogs came bursting around the corner of the cabin. They caught up with the wild creature at the gate and tore the whole fence down trying to get at it. They then chased it into the swamp, and at last all was quiet again. The old man then tried to go back to sleep. Toward morning, something down in the swamp woke up the old man. First, he thought it was the wind blowing louder than usual. But when he listened again, he heard the voice say, "You know, I know, all I want is my Tailypo." The old man ran outside into the moonlight and called his dogs again. "Here, here, here! Uno, I know, contigo, Calico!" But there was no trace of them. There was just the sound of the wind blowing around the torn-down fence. That thing had led the dogs way off into the swamp and lost them. Sadly, the man went back inside his cabin, shut and barred the door, and got back into his bed. Then, Something that sounded just like a cat began climbing up the covers in the foot of his bed. The man listened and heard it. Scratch! Scratch, scratch! He looked over the foot of his bed and saw 2 pointed ears. He then saw 2 big, round, fiery eyes staring at him. The man wanted to call for help, but he was too scared. The man sat up and pulled the covers over his head. All at once he got his voice and said, I haven't got your Tailypo! Yes, you have, the thing said. Yes, you have.
Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, don't forget to cast your vote for this contestant via either a thumbs up or thumbs down vote. New entries will be posted throughout July. Be sure to tune in and vote for each of them and help decide who becomes the next evil idol. In the meantime, turn off the lights and turn on the dark.
Chilling tales for dark nights.